Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SEL0320. To my right, got Joe Johnson 030. He's in the whip, driving us around like he's like a wheelman, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm just playing. We just got out of the Airbus Air and Space Museum IMAX feature. We looked at The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Guy Ritchie's picture. It's actually done really freaking well. It really surprised me on different dimensions because of the fact that when I looked at the trailer, I thought that the trailer looked promising, but then I was like, I wasn't wowed, I wasn't thrilled or anything like that. And so when we got to the actual movie, one of the things that stuck out for me was this, like, the stylization of how this movie was actually done. It looks so slick, so cool. And don't get me wrong, I love the Sherlock movies. Like, I love the first one, the second one. I hope they make a third one. But for them to do what they did with this one, this was done really well. So this is going to be kind of like a non-spoiler review. We're going to go into more of an in-depth one with our spoiler-filled review. But for right now, we're just kind of going to give you all our first-rate thoughts of it. Joe, what did you think about the movie?
Well, I thought it was a pretty good movie. It was very entertaining. Reminded me of 007, but it was like more. It had like a lot of humor added to it. Not really like it kept you plot kept twisting, kept you on your toes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Like, he's right. I guess this is kind of segueing into the visuals and even the music for this one. This was really grounded in the 1960s era. Definitely with the music, like the style of the music, it was just really slick. It was really cool. There were certain scenes that would just stop. The music would completely be playing audibly when there's a serious situation going on, and I loved when it happened because they used this kind of different transitions that were kind of cut in different halves, and I don't know, it was kind of like its own platform in and of itself, and I liked the way that they did that. So visually for this movie, I love the camera work, I love the stylization. Like, they went to so many different locations that I was like, wow, this is really hard to tell what's CG and what's not. There were certain scenes I could tell were CG. I think a couple like trucks that flipped over though like that, but when I saw like the chase sequence, it kind of happened like towards the end with a motorbike, off-road ATV. Those were some sick scenes. I mean, not just that, like the gadgets and like the way that they use different technology. I was like, what the heck is this? Like, how do they even have this technology there in this era? And it's not supposed to be. And I haven't looked at the actual TV show, which is supposed to be based off of, but the way that they did this one, they did a really good job. What did you think about the visuals for this show?
I liked it.
There you have it, Joe Johnson. He liked it. So we're gonna go ahead and start talking about the acting. You got Henry Cavill that plays the main character, well, he's sub-main character, Solo, and then you got Armie Hammer that plays Illya. And then you got, what is her name? I can't believe I forgot her name. I believe her name is Alicia Vandervoort. She actually was the star of the Ex Machina. She was the actual robot. And she, to me, I don't know if she steals the show, but she does an amazing job. We got to turn the lights out because we don't want to get hit by the cops. So this is like a first-rate thing. Like, it's 007, Agent James Sims, and Joe Johnson. We're back. But no, all seriousness though, like, as far as with Henry Cavill, him playing Solo, like, he's really slick and really cool, like calm and complacent, and like, but at the same time really skilled, you know. And I thought it was really cool, like the introduction of his character with the main girl character in this one, Gabby. Like, it was executed very well, and I love that his introduction, and he kept that same exact like swag and like prestige the whole entire movie, which I really enjoyed. But then Illya, Armie Hammer, he does a great job as well. Like, some people are gonna probably be upset because of his accent. I didn't have a problem with it, quite honest with you. But Joe, what did you think about the character Ilya?
I liked her.
Ilya.
Yeah, I liked her.
Ilya.
Yeah.
That's Armie Hammer's character, the Russian.
Yeah.
You said you liked her.
What? I'm sorry, I'm driving. I can't double tap.
What did you think about the Russian?
It was cool.
Alright. So Joe is not he's driving. Alright, I'm gonna try to speak for Joe as best I can. Joe had a straight connection with the character that Armie Hammer was playing because he's got a tick. Like, there's a point where basically Henry Cavill's like Solo kind of like they start off fighting. They start off fighting, and the fighting is really awesome. But he kind of plays on his nerves because he basically says like, yeah, there's something wrong with you mentally because of substantial damage that happened to you from emotional damage from your past. And like, you could tell because like he has this tick, and like no matter what's going on, like if it's the smallest thing to the largest thing, he starts to slowly lose it. And it's entertaining as heck because you can tell like he's trying to contain himself. He's super strong, he's like really fast, really talented, but he does have a dark side, and he does have a lot of anger. And like even towards the end, it almost like blows up, and like it's really entertaining like to watch their dynamics together. Like they do have really genuine general like chemistry, like all of them, especially Gabby. Like the way that she kind of goes and plays on with Armie Hammer's character, it was done really well. It was executed very well. You got Jared Harris is in this one, that he was actually Moriarty in the Sherlock films. You got actually Hugh Grant was in this one. He actually did a great job. Without spoiling too much, I really like the way that they actually acted these roles. It was really comedic, but as far as the story is concerned, it's really kind of platformed, like kind of like a Mission Impossible meets like James Bond essentially. But it was executed so well that you enjoyed it. So it didn't matter necessarily that it was like, okay, you got villain here, you got this kind of here. Really, it's about the espionage of these two parties clashing, you know. One of the things I loved about Mr. and Mrs. Smith is that it was a fun movie. And this movie was very fun. Like, I really hope that they actually come out with another one. Like, this was primed for people that love spy movies, that love, like, action-packed movies. And actually had, like, this nudge of nostalgia that brought back to like the old 70s and 60s films. So I actually really enjoyed it. So I would give this movie a thumbs up. If I had to give it a rating, I guess I would give it like an 8.5 out of 10. I actually really enjoyed it. What would you give it as far as rating, Joe?
I give it an
8 out of 10 from Joe Johnson. We will go into more in-depth with the spoiler review, so go and definitely check that out. We got more to come. Definitely leave in your comment section below what you thought about the movie if you haven't seen it yet. If you're excited to look at it, let us know. Definitely leave a like if you enjoyed our car review of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This is JVS. We out. Joe Johnson 030 SEL 030. Y'all have a blessed night, blessed evening, blessed day. Deuces.